So today I'm coming with a 7-month update for Charlotte. I know I'm late. I try to do these monthlies, but I just couldn't stay true to it. But better late than never, right? So I'm coming with a 7-month update. She's like obsessed with the phone. So she's going to try to get this phone as much as I can. And no, you can't get the phone, sure. Okay, so let me get into the video. So I'll start off. I'm going to highlight these things. I have my phone instead of a paper this time. It's just kind of easy to manage with my phone. So we're going to go over her doctor's visit, her eating, her sleeping, her playing, and then all other developments. So she recently had her doctor's visit. She had her 6-month doctor visit. And at the doctor visit, they just do, it's a well checkup, like I said before in my other update. And this month she was 15 pounds, 6 ounces? Or was it 8 ounces? I don't know. 15 pounds, 6 ounces or 8 ounces. I can't remember. Her head circumference is in the 56th percentile. I can't remember the inches or centimeters. And then her height is in the 25th percentile, the 25th percentile. And then her weight, her 15 pounds, 8 ounces is in the 24th percentile. So I don't think what they gave me last time at her 4-month was correct when they said that she was in like the 76th percentile for her height, because there's no way it's that skewed right now unless she really just didn't grow at all, which I find that hard to believe, but whatever. And I thought coincidentally enough that when she was in her little jumping thing, I'm just pointing to the right because it's right over here, to the left is over on the left side of me. When she was jumping in that, it took her forever to reach the bottom, so I always had to put a box under it. So I thought that was weird that she was supposed to be so tall, but yet she couldn't reach the floor when she was in her jumper thingy. So I don't think that was right originally. So at the doctor's, they just did a well visit. They do a series of like questions. They ask you to make sure your child is developing accordingly. Like, is she making eye contact with you? Is she recognizing faces? Is she's making like the I and E vowel sounds and stuff? And you know, just normal child behavior. As you can see, Charlotte, she's very active. So I told the doctor, you know, I crossed everything off the list, and you know, she was doing everything that was listed there. Also in the appointment, she got her vaccines. That's the worst part of the appointment, and I'm so glad they saved that to the end because it just actually just goes down from there. And now that she's older, she's not nearly as unfazed as she was when she was like more of like the smaller baby size. Now homegirl, like, you know, she not with it. So she cried for a good bit, and I had to console her and all of that. And then she was fine afterwards. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, the doctor's visit was very, you know, pretty much uneventful. She told me now that we go to every 3 months. Previously we were going every 2 months, so it started with the 2-month, then the 4-month, then the 6-month, and now she doesn't go back into her 9-month, and then after that she doesn't go back to 12 months. And also she doesn't get shots again until 12 months. So her 9-month appointment is solely developmental, just to see how she's developing. So that's good. We don't have to worry about the little pesky little vaccinations in her 9-month appointment. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that'll be a little bit easier on us when we go to those appointments. Also, when I go to those appointments, the doctor always makes it a point to note that she doesn't need to be out and about because of COVID. And I'm like, lady, as paranoid as I am, Charlotte has not been into a store physically since, you know what, I can't even say that now because my mom had a procedure about 2 Fridays ago, and I had to use the restroom, and we were waiting for her to call us out, and I had to go to Target, and I had to take her in the store. But prior to then, so prior to like a week ago, Charlotte had not been in the store since she was like 2.5 months, almost 3 months. So I'm not taking her out anywhere around people. If I go somewhere, she's in the car, and I'm doing like store pickups, and that's pretty much it, like curbside. So we're really like quarantining over here. So I always tell her, I was like, I know you have to tell me that, but trust me, we're not going anywhere. Okay, so that's pretty much the doctor visit. They were suited and booted in their PPE and all of that, so I felt, you know, pretty safe. You know, I had on my mask the entire time. I double mask now. I have like a regular little surgical mask I always wear, then I have a cloth black one that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing that I wear over the surgical one. And then I have a whole like car seat cover for her that I always put her in when I'm carrying her outside the car. So we literally just went from the car to the little, what is it called? I don't know why I can't even say it. The room, the room that they is it the procedure room? I don't know. I don't know why I can't think of the word. You know, the room. We went from the car to like the room where the doctor was examining, examination room. And so yeah, so that's pretty much the doctor's visit. And so I'll move on to her eating. So she is currently drinking about 5 to 6 ounces every 4 hours or so, 4 to 6 hours. And then now she's also eating solids. So we started her on solids maybe about 2 weeks before her 6th month. She is now 7 months actually. So we scheduled her 6-month doctor's visit pretty late, like a month out. So she's actually 7 months now. But she started solids about 2 months before her 6-month birthday. So she's been eating solids for more than a month, probably going on almost 2 months now. And she's totally got the hang of it. We try to feed her 3 times a day, which this is what the doctors say they recommend. So we try to feed her about 3 times a day. But right now we're only, we can comfortably get in 2 times a day. Whenever we try to squeeze in that 3rd one, she doesn't eat as good. So she'll feed in the morning when she wakes up. So she generally wakes up about 6 a.m. for her like first morning bottle. So she'll drink about 5 ounces and then she'll go back down. She won't stay up when she wakes up during that time. She goes back down and then she doesn't wake back up for the day until about 8 o'clock. And so when she wakes up at 8 o'clock, she doesn't eat anything. And then my mom doesn't feed her until about 9. At that time I'm working, but my mom will feed her at 9. So she'll eat one of these full pouches at that time. This is 4 ounces. These are this is the brand I love to use, Organics Happy Baby. I love their food. It's clearly crafted. It's simple ingredients. All the ingredients that are listed on the bag. You can read them. You can understand what they are. They give you like the measurements of what they have inside of it. So like this one is a banana, sweet potatoes, and papayas. And then on the back it tells you it's like 1/2 banana. It has a half a banana, a 1/4 cup of sweet potato, and 2 teaspoons of cubed papaya. So that's what's in this little pouch right here, and I absolutely love these things, and she loves them too. And so this is what my mom has been feeding her. I am also now starting to introduce peanut butter to her. So this is the same kind of brand, but this is specifically related to like kids who may be at risk for developing allergies. So she has like mild eczema, and they said that kids who have mild eczema are a little bit more likely to develop a peanut allergy, and so to start introducing the peanuts to them sooner rather than later. So we started last week. We gave her like this banana and almond butter blend, and now we're going to give her probably this peanut butter and banana blend, probably starting on Monday, because I'm just trying to space it out just to see if she has any kind of reaction to any of it. So yeah, she's eating like a champ. So in between like her bottles, she eats. So like I said, at 9 she'll eat one of these pouches. She usually finishes them. Sometimes she eats a good bit and doesn't finish all of them, so we'll give it to her later again. And then she'll go back down at about 11, and at 11 she'll drink more milk and then go down, and then we kind of just repeat those steps throughout the day. So she's eating pretty good. And she's growing, and I can tell because she's like weighing more. She's like heavier, so she's eating pretty good. And she's still 100% breastfed. Not 100% breastfed, but other than her solids she drinks breast milk. I'm still pumping, which is surprising me, but I still produce a good bit of milk. And so since we're here at home and I can just pump around the clock, it's not a big deal. I will say what I have done is though, if I've dropped a session. So previously when she was about between the 4 to 6 month range, I was pumping like 5 times a day. Now I pump about 4 times a day. And then when she gets 9 months, I'll start pumping like 3 times. And then eventually when she gets up to 12 months, I'll be pumping 1 time a day to eventually wean her off of breast milk. I don't know what I'm going to start giving her milk wise after that. I know I will not give her cow's milk, but I don't know what milk substitute I'm going to give her. So it may be like almond milk or oat milk or cashew milk. I just need to look, do some more research to figure out which type of milk I'm going to give her. But she won't be drinking cow's milk. And so yeah, that's it for eating. So sleeping has improved dramatically, and I think a large portion of that is due to the fact that she's eating solids now. So she naps 3 times a day. So she has a morning nap that's probably about an hour. Then hour or 2, give or take. Then she has 2 another mid-morning nap, then an afternoon nap. And her last nap, she generally wakes up around 4:30 to between 4. and 5. Between 4 and 5, she'll wake up from that last nap in the afternoon, and I just keep her up till I put her down. So I generally put her down to bed between 7 and 8, depending on what time she woke up from that last nap. So between each nap stretches, we are working to keep her up about 3 hours, which she does generally with no problem. She'll stay up about 3 hours between each napping session with no problems. So yeah, that's pretty much it with sleeping. She goes down between 7 and 8. And then she'll wake up about 11-ish to drink like her last bottle for the day. So she'll drink 5 ounces, then she'll be out until she wakes up at that 6 o'clock time. So in my book, she's sleeping through the night now, which I think that characterizes that as sleeping through the night. So she does not wake up during the night, during that like at a 1 a.m., 2, 3. She doesn't do any of that. She only wakes up at 6. Now she will cry. She sometimes still cries and, like, you know, tosses and turns a little bit, but I don't go in the room and do anything to her. She usually settles herself back down and goes back to sleep. I've started doing that because I know, one, that she's fed, because she'll have that last bottle at like between 11-ish or 11 or 12-ish, and then 2, I know she's changed, so I know there's nothing she could be crying for. So until she gets to the point where she's knowing to like automatically soothe herself, I just let her cry a little bit, and then she'll go back to sleep. So yeah, she's doing really good with sleeping, and whew, yes, I'm so excited about that. So the next thing is playing. So she is now crawling full out, speed crawling at that. So she'll go between like the regular crawl and the army crawl, depending on how fast she want to get to where she's trying to go. Which is so funny because when she first started crawling, she would stay only on her mat. So we have this mat here in like the little sitting room, and then in the family room we have another mat that she also is on. And she used to only just crawl on her mat. Now it's free game, the entire house. Like if she sees me in the kitchen and she wants to get in the kitchen, she's crawling in the kitchen. If she sees me in my office when I'm working, that's why my mom tried not to sit in the sitting room like during the day when I'm working, because if she sees me in her view sight, she's trying to get over there to me. So she's crawling over there into my office. So she's crawling all over the house. She's also doing something that's interesting. I don't know if I've caught her on the camera because I've kind of been talking, but I know she's kind of been playing. But she's doing like this standing thing where she's trying to stand up. So I think she's gonna be pretty mobile pretty soon. So we just kind of let her go, let her explore. We haven't really set up any like gates yet, but I think that's gonna be the next step, to set up the baby gates and the baby proof everything when she gets a little bit more curious with stuff. She's not really curious now, but I'm gonna start planning and getting everything set up now before she gets to the point where she wants to be like exploring a little bit more, which I think is gonna happen in the next coming weeks. So she's crawling. She got her ears pierced. So she got her ears pierced 2 days or a day before her 6-month birthday. She actually got her ears pierced. We found a doctor's office, not her doctor office, because they don't pierce ears there, but we found another one in Lawrenceville, Georgia, that was a pediatrician who pierced ears if you weren't their patient. So you just had to fill out a questionnaire online. Super safe, same kind of procedure, masked up. They did not call me until they had a room ready for us to go into, so we went right from the car into that room. And the doctor's assistant is who pierced her ears, and she did a great job. And that was actually 6 weeks ago. So I think I can actually switch out her earrings. So I'm gonna buy her some new ones and switch these out just to, you know, give her ears a different earring. But I didn't have to do much of anything with her piercings. They have these special titanium earrings they use to pierce it with, and so the doctor was like, just make sure it doesn't look like it's getting infected, it doesn't have any pus like coming out of it or any crust or anything. And I just kind of monitored it, but I didn't have to do anything because they say these earrings are self-cleaning. She never pulled at them other than her normal ear scratching that she generally does at night. And anyways, she didn't do anything. See, this is it. This is what she does. She does this like way she's like about to stand up. Like she's trying to stand up. She know I'm talking about her. Yes, I'm talking about you. Oh, you're standing on your food. You're standing on your food. She does this thing where she's like trying to stand up. I don't know what homegirl got going on. I feel like she's gonna be like walking, not walking, but standing and all that stuff pretty soon here. Because she's very curious, and it's hard to kind of keep her from going where she wants to go. Like if she sees something in sight that she wants, homegirl's going after it, and it's hard to keep her away. So she got her ears pierced. That experience was, it was like her getting her vaccination shots times 10. And the only reason is because with the shots, they can go pretty quick, right? They just go bloop, bloop, they're done. Like one thigh, dot, one thigh, and then they're done. But with the ears, it was a little bit more, a little harder for the doctor to kind of, or the doctor's assistants, to get her pierced where we had it marked, like where she marks, you know, they mark the ear and make sure you see and make sure they're lined up. But Charlotte realized after she got that first piercing, and it wasn't, you know, what it was, she realized she had to do the other ear when we turned her, and she fought us tooth and nails before we could get that other ear done. And then she cried she was like not good for a good 30 minutes, which with her vaccination, she's usually over it pretty, you know, quicker than that, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, but she cried and was just like in a bad mood. It was funny because my mom went with us, but she didn't go into place because, you know, only one person could go in with the child. And when we got back out the car, she looked at my mom like, you knew what was up, you ain't even warn me. She was not happy with us at all, like not happy. But she got ears pierced and they're super cute. And so yeah, so that was 6 weeks ago. What else is she doing? I mean, that's really pretty much it as far as like baby development things. She's like her normal happy self. She will mimic you now if you try to do stuff. Let me see if she'll do it. Charlotte. Ooh. I'm trying to. Sometimes she'll do that. She'll like. She'll start making that sound if I do it. She laughed because she knew what I was doing, but she didn't do it. There she is. She's like, oh, ooh, oh. Charlotte, you can't have mommy phone. See, she's trying to do it. Look, this is your phone. See, it says hello. Can I speak to Charlotte? Hello? I'm just turning you around. I'm trying to turn her around to see your face, y'all, but she's not really having it. Okay, come on. I see the camera. Say hey, camera. Look. Say hey, camera. Say hey. Say hello. May I speak to Charlotte? Hello. May I speak to Charlotte? Ring, 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 ring. Can I speak to Charlotte? Hello? She's like, what is this? See, there's your phone. Yeah, there's your phone. So yeah, she's pretty much, you know, a regular active baby who, you know, she's been kind of clingy. Oh, I don't know how I forgot this. She has a tooth now. One tooth has popped out, and then she has another one coming in. It's the 2 teeth at the bottom, which I think most babies, you know, most babies generally get those pretty early. So she had one that popped like a week and a half ago, and she was like really clingy and crying and wanted to be with me all the time. And then she has one that's coming in like behind it, which probably should pop in like the next week or so. And then so she'll have those 2 teeth at the bottom, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, your teeth are pretty exciting. Your teething. My aunt passed, unfortunately, about a month and a half ago. Now, yeah, about a month and like a week or 2 ago she passed, and we had to travel to my hometown, Columbia, South Carolina, and that was her first time doing like a trip, like away. She did pretty good. I actually had to end up putting her in child care the day we had the services that Friday, because of course you don't want to take a baby to a funeral. So she had to go to child care that my other cousin's daughter went to. And she did really well in the child care, so much so that I ended up leaving her there all day. I was going to get her after the service, but I left her there all day. And the child care was super safe because the only kids that were there were the child care son, who's 1, and then my cousin's daughter, who at the time was like 7 months, and then Charlotte, and that's it. And so yeah, so I left her there and she did really good. It was a very hard time and, you know, painful time because of the passing of my aunt. It's just it was a lot going on during that time, but we made it through. We had to stay at a hotel, so that was very, you know, unsettling during these times. But Columbia at the time had luckily already did like a mass mandate where they were requiring everyone to wear a mask in public, and the services were super small. So it just shows you that, you know, during these times it's very unsettling to kind of do things that are out of the norm, because we had, you know, pretty much had our routine here, but we persevered through it and we came out fine by the grace of God. So everything was fine and we came home. But yeah, so that's, I think, pretty much it. I think the tooth was the last like big thing I wanted to update you guys on. Her hair is growing back. It's growing back in the back because she doesn't sleep on her back anymore. She sleeps on her stomach. So even if I put her on her back to sleep, she'll roll over to her stomach. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. She's just growing. She's very active, as you guys can see. I wanted her to kind of be in, you know, her element. So sorry if this is distracting for anyone, but it's really hard to kind of have her stationary nowadays. We just kind of let her roam and explore, and, you know, I feel like that's the best way to let babies grow too. You know, like I think if you try to keep them too confined, that is not healthy for them. That's just my personal view. I'm all about her like exploring. Of course, that means it's harder for us. So like when she is, you know, up, I'm really like devoted to her. Like either me or my mom are devoted to like making sure that she's good at all times. When she's up, so she always has a pair of eyes on her at all times. And if we do need to do something, we put her in like something where she's safe. Like now, I do not leave her on beds because she's rolling and crawling and stuff. So if I am like not able to be by her, she's in her crib. So I think that's just safe in general. I am gonna come and do like a baby product haul of like things that I have been using for her, or used for her when she was younger and using for her now, just because I think it'll be helpful to give you guys some feedback. I know I did a haul back in November, like when I brought a good bit of her stuff for during Black Friday. So I may come and do an update to that of like the things that worked well for us, things that didn't work well, just to give you guys some context of stuff that are good for those folks out there who needs that information. But yeah, so I think that's it, because right now I'm just rambling. I think that's it in regards to updates for her and all that's been going on. Is that it, Charlotte? You can't eat mommy on. She puts her mouth on everything, so I'm always picking up around here, make sure there's nothing on this floor that she can possibly choke on, because her mouth, she put everything in her mouth. As you can see, she's trying to like lick my arm. So yeah. All right, well, we're gonna go. She's getting kind of clingy and fussy right now. What do you want? Do you want some milk or you want food? You want some food? Yes, it's time to eat. Is it time to eat? Is it time to eat? So yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go feed her. Probably actually feed her one of these packs, because for breakfast she didn't really like what she had. She had peas, zucchini, and pears. She was not feeling that combination. So I'm gonna feed her this banana, sweet potatoes, and papayas, because she liked this the last time. But anyway, that's it for now. I will come back on and do that other update video. Like I said, I want to do a breastfeeding video as well, or not breastfeeding, but more like probably pumping, things that work for me, my pumping schedule, and the products I use, and then also like a baby product haul for her. The things were good. See what she's on? Can you guys see? You may not be able to tell because this dress kind of big on her, but she was literally like just trying to do and getting in that sitting kind of standing position. Don't know what that's about. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please really like this video, because when you like videos, it kind of gets us circulating in the YouTube community. And leave comments down below. Tell your friends, tell your family, anyone you know who's pregnant with a baby. Tell them, share my story with them. I have a lot of mom content out there now that I've kind of been filming for over a year now, because I started filming when I made my announcement about her and everything last year around this time. So yeah, I have a good bit of baby content out there now, so please share with any loved ones who's interested in baby stuff. And thanks so much for watching. All right, bye. Say bye, Charlotte. Say bye. You just want to play with your shake shake?